legendary Daddy Lumba, and tributes pour in for highlife legend Daddy Lumba following his death. Ghana has been plunged into mourning following the death of renowned highlife musician Charles Kojefosu, popularly known as Daddy Lumba. News of the iconic singer's passing has triggered an outpouring of grief across social media, particularly on platform X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, media personality and close friend of Daddy Lumba, Sewa Amiye, shared, "I am heartbroken, sad, because a friend has passed. RIP to the legend Daddy Lumba, and until we meet him again." A lot of celebrities and public figures are also sending in their tribute on various social media platforms, and today we are celebrating him. We're speaking to people he worked with, directly or indirectly, people that also experienced him in various ways. And as we speak to you now, on the phone line is one of the best when it comes to show business, when it comes to disc jockeying, when it comes to broadcasting. And he's in the person of Andrew Amo Akwesiamo. Andy Dosty, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know we're still grieving.
Oh yes. It's been a very busy weekend, very eventful.
Very.
I think the only time I had to charge my phone 3 times. This only happens on my birthday, where people call and call and call. But this Daddy Lumba's passing, people look. I've had calls since Saturday.
Yeah.
And this morning, I couldn't even enjoy my sleep because I had an early morning Zoom engagement.
Yeah.
On Adam TV and other radio stations. I've done about 9 interviews already. This is about actually. Oh my God.
Wow.
Too much. Yeah.
And we know on Saturday, you know how typically the rumors will be on social media. People, the scaremongers will be on writing their scary captions and all that. And sometimes it's quite difficult to know the truth. I was listening to Showbiz Review Extra when you made that announcement in the first place. How did you hear of the confirmed information later?
Okay, you remember I had already debunked the rumors. I even mentioned on air that listeners and lovers of Lumba should ignore the news coming in that he had passed on. When I made the statement, Austin Woode, Austin the Controversial, who sent me a message that, I just saw a video of you asking people to ignore. But the thing is true. And I asked him he said yes, because he spoke with Sewa, and Sewa couldn't control her tears. So quickly, I called Sewa.
Okay.
Sewa did not pick up her phone. Meanwhile, I was on air all this while. So if you were watching on Facebook, you would see me go out. I will ask them to continue. Ashes, I remember when I came back, Ashes said, since you went out, I had been the moderator for the show. Because someone had to, but I had to go make all my inquiries, and these things, some of them were very private, so I couldn't ask the producer to handle the conversations. So I was going back and forth. Then KOD had reached out to me.
All right.
And KOD mentioned that, Charlie, there is a lady who is very close to the family, and the lady has told me that the thing is true. So I said, oh, Kofi, ignore, because I had spoken to someone who is very close to Lumba, who is very close to the family, someone who works with him, and had spoken to his driver. And the driver says they went to the hospital, yes, but the man is asleep. So forget. KOD said, okay, coming from you, and knowing the relationship you have with him, I agree. Okay, so he hung up. Then Nabil
Nabil Al Hassan, Event Factory.
Yes. Nabil, because he organized that show.
The
Valentine's Day show that brought me to Ghana again. So, Nabil sent me a message. Andy, Daddy is gone. And I said, oh, forget. He said, it's true. I said, forget. So I went out. This is at the tail end of the show. So I went out, called Nabil, and Nabil said, I've spoken to Sewa. I said, I've called Sewa, but Sewa is not picking up. He says, yes, I've spoken to Sewa. But Sewa called Lumba. Lumba did not answer. Sewa called Lumba's wife. Lumba's wife was on the phone. Shortly afterwards, the wife called Sewa. And Sewa asked her, oh, this is what I'm hearing. How true is it? And the wife said, Sewa Brefi. So immediately she mentioned Sewa Pacho Brefi. That, in fact, that was it for me.
Yeah.
Immediately, because if it's not true, she would say, oh,
it's not
ignore
true.
them.
Yeah.
So immediately Nabil said it. I was like, man. So it's true. So I walked in the studio quietly and I sat down when we were ending. But I could not even mention on air that it's true.
Yes.
Because one, I'm not in any good position to mention it.
Exactly.
2, I'm not a family member. 3, I had already asked people to ignore. And I was just waiting patiently for them to announce it first. For me, it's not about who says it first. It's not about who breaks the news.
Yeah, who gets it right.
Now, when I sat back to sign off the program, if you were listening closely, I signed out with Makramo. People didn't really get it. This was a Lumba song saying goodbye to us. I don't know if you know that song, Makramo. Right? So I played that song. But when I stepped out, I was with Robert Clark and Edem. Because Ashes had left. Then Hitman called me back crying. But me, I had already heard that the thing Jalatia Faso. So I knew that But when that confirmation came, I was going on Adum TV, Adum FM. So I had to officially announce that, okay, finally they had broken the news. There's even an official statement, an official release. So it was prudent that I also announced. So that was how it happened.
Andy, you have worked with Daddy Lumba before. You've experienced him. Tell us more about him, Daddy Lumba. Who is he?
Very calm, very laid back, funny character. I mean, he will make you laugh. I remember his upcoming release. He said he has recorded his song and wanted to release it. And I asked him, have you shot the video? And he said, no, I've not shot a video. Now, the video new me release. I said, Daddy, we can release it, but and then your master sound. We can release the song like that. Let's shoot the videos. What can be okay. But send me the song. Let me listen to it and say, hey Andy, now send them now bufu now program no so na me ending. You know, if you want to hear it, come home. Come to the studio. Let's all listen to it together. He will make you laugh. One other thing I really respected him for was his work ethic. When it comes, he was very instrumental or active from the production, from writing to production to marketing to the end product. So so to say, he was actively instrumental. He produced all his songs. He was, I mean, he never left any space. He never left any chance when it came to his music. Yesterday, I was talking to, if you recall, a producer called Big Ben. Big Ben's wife called me yesterday, and we were having a conversation, and she said she was saying that, oh, do you know that we went to Daddy Lumba's house? we went there to give him his money of his tape sales. We had already called him that we were coming. When we got there, we had heard that, he had gone to the studio to work. Someone Friend was saying, but we'd been there. We sat there from morning till evening. The guy didn't come out. The next day, he called and said, he's so sorry. When he had an idea to record a song, he had to rush into the studio. So that's why he didn't come out. And that they should forgive him. If there's no Daddy Lumba, there's no music and there's no money. So they should now bring the money because he's now free. They should tell you how dedicated he was. When it comes to his music and his work, he was very, very dedicated. He had no chance. Each time we went on the stage, I had two responsibilities. One, apart from playing the music, I had to keep my eye on the ball. My eye was always on him, because if he made a sign to change the music and I don't, there's trouble. Because once he gets off the stage, he will never forget. There we will fight. Well, he'll tell you his peace of mind, come back to apologize. That's him.
Andy, what would you remember Daddy Lumba for?
I think it's all because of these things. He'll be on the stage, and soon afterwards we'll have discussions and he was very, very keen on these things. And how did you see the show? Do you think we should repeat this next time? I think this song they didn't really like it. No, when I'm your stage in the show, hey boss, he always calls me boss. When I'm just stage in the show, until next time, let's cancel the song. Let's bring in this. I mean, this is the kind of person he was. Okay, he made sure that things were done right. I had my issues with him. Some things I cannot really share on air because they were work related. But apart from that, very fine human being. And one other thing, he never liked lies. If I ever told Daddy Lumba that Kwame Dazi is the best morning show host, and the next time I'm telling him and the Dosty is the next morning show host, the best one, he will be very angry that but you mentioned that Kwame Dazi is the best, and that had registered in my mind. So don't come changing it. That's him.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
He never liked those kind of double-faced people. He says it as it is. Look, let's go. If not, we are not. He will never change his mind. That was him.
Andy, we've lost a gem. We've lost an icon. And what can we say? Well, thank you so much for your time this morning on Daybreak Hits. All right, Andy Dosty there. Andy Dosty is a broadcaster. Should I say veteran? Andy's a veteran now, yeah? With here the multimedia group, and we are talking Daddy Lumba, his legacy, his achievements, his works. Okay, let's talk to Nanapia Dankwa. We're going to London now to speak to Appietus, who also worked with Daddy Lumba. Good morning, Appia.
Good morning, boss. How are you?
We are fine. How about you?
I'm good. Yourself?
We're also doing well this morning. We are just paying tribute and celebrating Daddy Lumba.
Yeah, Johnny.
How did you take the news when you heard it, when it broke?
Well, my brother, Appietus. That's how he calls himself.
Oh, okay. Appietus.
I'm sure Hagla and the rest know him.
Yeah, we know him.
He's the one who called me and said, he has heard that Daddy Lumba is dead. And there's been a history of every time people say, Daddy Lumba is dead, Daddy Lumba is dead. So I'm like, maybe some blogger is just writing some news.
Yeah.
He wants traction and, sensationalism. So I was like, it's not true. These people, they can just do anything for traffic.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, taking it. I said, no, you should just forget it. But, he kept sending me posts online about people. I said, but it's still the same website writing the stuff. Then I think Andy Dosty came out and said, he's not dead, he's well.
Yeah.
Then I saw that. So I called Andy and said, So that means Andy has information because I've been calling, and usually when I call, it's either the wife will say he's sleeping, or he will call me back later on and say, Appia, you called me, you know. But I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
And at some point, the phone even went off. So when I asked Andy Dosty, he said, he heard in the morning, he's okay. I said, what are you saying? He said, that's what he heard. So I asked him, so is it true? Then he said, it's true. I said, and this is dangerous, you know. So I made a few calls and they were all saying he's gone. I'm like, Charlie, how? Charlie, what happened? You know, that kind of thing. I know he's not well. Even I posted when we're doing a song for his former president. Yeah. And then the wife gave him the medicine. You know. You know, so people saw it and they were writing in the comment that the man wasn't feeling well. I know he's not been feeling well for some time, but I mean, he has survived all these years. What happened?
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Yeah, when I was coming here, we spoke, and when I came, because he wants me to finish the remixes. The ones we did, he wanted to finish all. You know, when the songs became hits, he paused. So now he wanted to come and finish everything, and I was supposed to play some of the B, but when I came, I was busy, blah, blah, now, Charlie. Yeah. I feel so bad that I didn't do it. Because I'm sure if I'd sent it to him, he would have finished singing by now. Yeah. You know, so, Charlie.
How many songs do you have with him in total?
I have a list of, I think, 14, but it's more than that.
Okay.
14 on my Facebook now.
Yeah.
You know, but it's more than that. Because when I type Lumba on YouTube, songs I've done with him that I've not added to the list are there.
How was working with him like?
Obviously, he's a professional. He was doing this before I even started the engineering.
Yeah.
You know, so it's easy to work with him. You know, you come sing the song, then you follow suit and make the beat, and then that's it. Yeah. Because he really trusted in my skills. So once he comes, he will do it. I remember he came in one time when I was playing some beat, and he said, Appia, whose beat is this? And I said, I make beats and sell sometimes. And so, Appia, I want this beat, I'll buy it.
Wow.
So I said, okay, then I gave him the beat. 3 days, the man comes, he says he's ready to sing. So I'm like, are you sure? Because I gave him the beat. I know you have to go and write, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He said he's ready to go. And that was Took Room.
Oh.
So if you listen to that song, he says the tools hardcore already made. Meaning the tools hardcore beat was already made when I came. Yeah, that's why he says the tools hardcore already made. And Took Room was a big hit. You know, and he is not that type of musician who will take a beat and then go and sing on. Usually he will just sing a song, then you follow suit.
All right.
You know, he took that song and Charlie, that beat, and then he became a banger. You know, he's talented, so it's not difficult to work with him. You know, some of the artists, they are talented. But, I mean, to get the final product, the producer goes through a lot. Go sing it like this. I don't like it. I don't like this. Go and sing again. No, not Lumba. Maybe he'll be choked by something, then we have to sing again, or you make a mistake small, then we go, but he knows what he wants. So it's easy to work with him. So you can come to the studio and you're giving him 3 beats, he will sing all, and then he's done. She will come and back it, we are done. I mix, I master. So working with him was easier, you know, because he knew the job.
People are suggesting ways we can celebrate and immortalize his legacy. What do you think we should do to celebrate Daddy Lumba?
Well, some people are saying we should name him after a school or airport or something. Some people are saying we should build a statue for him. Some people say we should give him a state burial. You know, all the things they are talking about will depend on the government in power.
Okay.
If they will be interested to do those kind of things. You know, I don't know what the music industry can also do for him.
All right.
Obviously, you can do songs. You can do songs to celebrate him. The artists can do other. I'm putting together the UK artists to do a tribute song for him.
Wow.
I think they should do something like that in Ghana as well. Some music producers will pick it up, call the artists and do a tribute song for Lumba as well. I mean, that's what we can do. But state burial, airport, school, road, all those things, the government in power has to decide if they want to do it. That is not in.
I saw an interview that.
Lumba,
sorry. Yeah. Continue, please. Continue.
I mean, Lumba is for the whole Ghana.
All right.
So, I mean, even if he did a song for a certain political party, we should consider that was one song. He has done so many other songs to entertain us. So we should also put these things in consideration.
Yes. I was saying earlier that I saw an interview that Roman Father granted, and he was saying that the government has reached out and said that they will give him a state-assisted burial. I think that has been done a number of times for some celebrities who passed. So, that is something new that I heard last night in that interview.
So that's good. I mean, and that's maturity on the side of His Excellency. What is his name? John Dramani Mahama. God bless him. If they have reached out or something like that, that is high level. Maturity.
Yes.
Displaying something like that it doesn't matter. He's a Ghanaian. He's done so well. Let's do this for him, man. Kudos to him. God bless His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, for this. God bless him.
Good one there.
He and his government.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Nanapia Dankwa Appietus there, and he's a music producer now based in London, talking to us here on Daybreak Hits on Hits 103.9 FM. Now, my men are in the studio. Martinez is here, Nanapoku Ashes, Portfolio the MC, and Edem Mensa Chotome, aka 2nd August. 2nd August is nearer. Yeah. Good morning, my people.
Good morning, Kwame. Morning, Chairman.
Yeah, how you all doing? Edem, what's up? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm
ready
for the show.
It's been a while.
Well, I don't know how to respond to your pleasantries. I don't know. It's a cocktail of emotions.
Hey.
So I don't know if I should say I'm good or I'm not good because we are mourning this morning.
Exactly. We are mourning this morning. I love that.
Cocktail.
It's a morning.
Nana, you were here on Saturday with Edem and Robert when the news broke and all that.
Yep.
And how many days later? 3 days. 2 days later.
2 days.
We're here, we're still mourning. We were praying that it will be fake news.
So even before we go on, I would want us to correct the notion on Saturday.
All right.
We debunked what Monaguchi put out because we were not sure.
Yeah.
We hadn't had no clarification from any source of family or management. So it was hard for the team here to accept, but later on I think some of us started changing our narrative small because then the calls that were coming in really showed that the situation was true. So if Monaguchi felt offended by any other comments passed here, we want to apologize to them.
I mean, it wasn't true. I mean, disrespect. I mean, like we said, you could see that we were even throwing emphasis on the our laws on
fake news and all those things.
Because, Andy had spoken to some other people who were close to
Exactly. I had spoken to some people as well. And earlier, I even posted that we should be careful about how we break
these kind of
news of death on social media.
And clearly, if
Adam, I'll come to you. Let's go on the phone line and speak to one of Daddy Lumba's proteges, Kofinti. Good morning, Bra.
Morning, Boko.
Bibia Boko now, swear. I don't want to ask how you are doing this morning.
Yeah, bro, I do. And it's very sad. Yeah.
How much of a big blow is this to you?
Bro, but my main
Yankachi na me kra no pe me num TV aye yen papa ye ka e de oyaw na abra yen na asam ne ba na ofa ne sen
brother him say enye easy am say fitiase na mete ankasare de manye ni because ebe na watch me do ni Ghana me America but na me hwe me ko social media ni ade na me home papa na pictures bi no ni ade a ba ko kra me hu ko mama ho
and President Mahama Hovana, who the other pictures been at the Papa. No, I feel quite amusing. Papa said, like, why come up compared to some years back? All of a sudden, I met this news in the Ghanaian Sekofi. Say, Daddy, let me say, Daddy, let me I am said, oh, that be a tia because previous years, the day I didn't know, rumors about, oh, if he say to that you keep we now as I say one of those things, but I feel they were never bobano rapping him and easy baby I'm one.
Oh.
And because that you be a bra Ghana for national papa.
Nancy Tim your hair say or shows near dear who do you actually now support ya?
Oh, bruh. Because among all the legends in Ghana, that will be Lumba, will be a mafan as a mentor. Rapping. Fitime ya bo frat take na start to pay Lumba nyum.
Oh.
Me wo school for a sector kra na say e move from me abenwa. And I say no because of say me minti nyum bia Lumba nyum ko na shema so. Bia that time na I use your friend a Walkman. Because na me de Lumba nyum ko nyum bia say biti to prapen to me party the cinnamon party. There's still proud that's all I need to see me home. Benyini say Lumba.
Na Kofi Asami si wet many ebusuya kasa.
Many ebusuya for enkasa ye. Amede menene yere.
Okay.
Ba he ma me papa ran kasa for do bro ni menena kasa. And na mene the debit is a silver lady.
Okay.
And a hitman say ni pane ben kakra o mo friend e fie no me no mo edin ko mo ama o mo nso yako.
Emi say yengina yera ho a ye twa adwajo na radio isu bia botopa enti emi say ye hwe busua anim se on betena se na on bebopo na omo a chenye kwan ya befa so a ebia ye bekra ye papa no ne beya na se beka ne ho ansem na ne legacy a weje akire no nso no ye betimi di ho dance ye besan frɛ obium akire na ye di nkomo why okay. All right, so that's Kofinti right there. Kofinti is one of the proteges of Daddy Lumba. Another big one who has done a lot with the legendary Daddy Lumba is Ofori Amponsah, Mr. All For Real. He's also right on the line now. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing very well.
This morning we are having a conversation about our legend and our brother who left us on Saturday, Daddy Lumba, and you've been somebody who has worked with him before. How did you take the news when you heard it?
Well, it was a bit surprising. I was taken aback the very first time I heard it. I mean, I heard it early in the morning. I mean, there was no news around the country, but when I heard it, I was unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. I didn't believe it at first until somebody close, confirmed the sad news.
What's kind of a big blow is this one to the highlife music industry in particular? Because one person, Daddy Lumba was one person who kept the traditional side and the modern side together for a long time. If we're talking about highlife and what we have lost, what would you say about that?
It's a great void that he has left, because he's one in a million. I mean, I haven't met a musician who is so passionate about his work like that Lumba. He's so passionate, and it will be something that nobody can feel. The shoes nobody can feel. The passion, the zeal to do the work, and the kind of storytelling he does, his poetry, everything. His voice is exceptional. It carries some kind of energy, and I haven't met any musician who is so passionate about his work like Lumba.
What did you learn from your association with him?
Well, what I learned was keep keeping your eyes on the road. Sometimes I'll go to him when I was young. I'll go to him. He will not wake up the whole day. He'll be in his room. When he wakes up like 11 or 12, he'll just call you and say, "Come up, pick a recorder." They will pick a recorder. He'll be talking about life. He'll just be standing, in the night, and then he'll be talking and talking. And all of a sudden, something comes up. He'll be humming. He'll be doing something. All of a sudden, he says, "For record tomorrow, we are going to record this song."
Yeah.
You never know anything until you hear what he brings out the next day. And this kind of creativity is like one in a million. I have never even seen somebody come close with, his kind of gift that he carried, his energy, his zeal, and his kindness. I mean, we've lost a giant. Believe me, we've lost something. And then what I would say is, like, sometimes people tend to play down certain things, play down on the gift of people, and then bring out the bad side or what hearsay and stuff. And sometimes I'm very saddened. The last time we talked was I think 2.5 months ago. And then he was talking about this same thing, that I should, keep my eyes on the road, be zealous about what I do. People tend to just like bring you down all the time, but I should keep my eyes on the road. I never knowing that was the last time, we'll be talking together. It's kind of sad, yeah.
Bra Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. Okay, so that is Ofori Amponsah there. Let's come in here and have a conversation. Later, we would go on the line again and speak to Austin, the controversial Woode, who has had some relationship with Daddy Lumba before. Let me start with you, Ashes. So, Ashes.
Yes, boss.
Daddy Lumba's legacy. Talking about legacy. Let me come to you. Let you finish before I go to Austin for a while. His legacy is one that most people are talking about. The music that he did, the fact that all his songs were themed about various parts of a human life. What do you think the younger generation needs to learn from Daddy Lumba?
If they never saw Michael Jackson, we had our own version. He is the definition of who a star. That the word they use every day, they don't understand. Lumba is that definition of who is called a star, an icon, a figure. He kept certain image, never changed. From the transition of the Burger Highlife, he had his Jerry Curls. He never changed. When he decided to change, there then was transition from that Burger Highlife to real Highlife, like the what do you call it, the hip life Highlife.
Yes.
Then he went
contemporary.
He went for the rose.
Yeah.
He never changed it today. He stayed unique. You won't find him. You won't see him. You won't hear him speak on radio. You will not. He was a myth. Lumba was something else. I remember my encounter with him in 2012 when I was doing a campaign, MPP campaign thing. I was chauffeuring him in Pabna to the studio. There was a day we were going towards Achimota.
Yeah.
He was in my car. And prior to the Achimota police station, he just laid back and put a towel on his face. I didn't understand what he was doing. No knowing, he knew the road very well.
Okay.
And then he knew the problem he would have faced. Even though it wasn't his car, he still knew. So there was an ice cream seller who had seen him before he put the towel on his face.
Yeah.
Bro, within a couple of minutes, the whole area had been swamped.
Wow.
And they won't let the car move. Lumba added to Ghana's GDP, whether you like it or yes. He is that person that drove people to drinking bars to buy beer, whether you like it or yes. Because you cannot go to a drinking bar, and not hear Lumba's song. Ain't impossible. Uncle Fred said that. Lumba, never mind what could be about now. What's in your name? Moon seminar, Sebama. I mean, two thoughts. I mean, Fantoaso, because in seminar, Papa Neka. You know, he is the best songwriter in our generation.
Yes.
The earlier ones you can give to Nanan Pedu and them, but in our generation,
his songwriting skills top notch.
He is that guy that even the younger ones, the Gen Zs, know him better than some of their peers. Trust me, even the Gen Zs, they know Lumba better than they know a lot of our musicians. They are lost.
Okay. Austin Woode is in London, and Austin Woode is a broadcaster. He's one person who has a relationship with Lumba when it comes to this media work. And I read a number of articles or posts he made on social media saying that I think he was recounting his experience with Daddy Lumba when he was supposed to have interviewed him, and all the things that led to that interview. Let me speak to Austin Woode and find out what that experience was like. Austin, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame, and good morning to Ashes, Martinez, Portfolio, and everybody.
Adam and yeah.
8th August superstar.
2nd August superstar.
Adam, we wish you well. We are waiting.
Thanks,
and good morning to everybody.
Yes, Austin. I was going through your Facebook page and I saw the things you were writing with regards to how you used to play Lumba's songs and explain the lyrical content and all that. In the first place, why were you fond of his music?
Well, because of the work we do, right? We encounter some of these things, but some 29 at the start of my early adult life, I was not a fan, but I had a family who are all currently based in the US who were huge fans of Daddy Lumba. So I did not have affinity towards him. But one time we were playing Owari, right? And this I'm talking about 30 years ago. And typically Daddy Lumba is out, and we used to fight over him and Ane Champon in our young life. I was part of that kind of era. So when they played the cassette and the person who is playing the Owari was singing the words, I appreciate the words better. And back then, 30 years ago in Kumasi, that was when taxi drivers used to arrange cassettes in front of their dashboard. And when you sit in a taxi in Kumasi and a taxi driver sings along to his songs and the words, you will appreciate him as the greatest ever. So it was after that I brought that onto radio. So when I was working with Love FM, that is the first time. The impact James Star had done on the private party and all that. I was brought in to now host the private party. Big shoes had been left. James Star, Fred. So what do I do, Nana Benyi? And I said that, like typically now, I would call a Shatawali.
All right.
Then no, it has to be Daddy Lumba because he's the only person who casts across. There's no Ghanaian who casts across. He's casting, not he, others are casting his mood like Nana Mama Brown or Konfo Kwade. They are the only celebrities who nobody hates. Like everybody loves in that manner. So it has to be Lumba. But like Ashes just said, you see, it is in the last 5 years Lumba is being seen and going for interviews and all that. He was a myth. He was a myth. You couldn't know what Lumba is. You couldn't get close to him. He was not granting interviews and all that, even on big platforms. It was difficult. So I said, let me get him. I called him and I said, Daddy, this is what I plan to do. You are the only one who can help me break through with my first program. And he said, call me. Then my program's manager, DJ Appietus, said, no. He knows, because of who Appietus is. He's worked with him a couple of times. He says, no. Let us record him because you cannot get him between 6 and 10 in the evening. Lumba would not pick. So I called him and blessed memory, our news editor, Said Ali Yakubu, helped me, Kofi Edudonfe, plan everything. And the interview went on. Then in 2018, the big one, Kwame Adinkra was bringing him to Mecklin Hotel in Kumasi, and Portfolio will attest to this. So because I worked with him at Adinkra, I had to promote the show on a Sunday. And typically when you're promoting a Lumba show, is Lumba Nyombe now or the Lumba
yes.
I wanted to be different.
All right.
So for 7 hours, I decided that this is what I was going to do. Daddy Lumba talks about everything in life. So mention any word like Kwame Dazi. I'll tell you a song by Daddy Lumba which talks about Kwame Dazi. So for 7 hours, I started from creation. Daddy Lumba talking about creation to Adam and Eve. That is a man and a woman.
All right.
The man Bemani Yobani life. Omawari, their engagement, music that talks about it, music that talks about sex for married people, giving birth, on and on life struggles till man dies. So creation till man dies. Every a Lumba song for every occasion like that. So one day he came to Kwame Edinkra. After all the people had talked to him with Roman father, they left.
All right.
5 minutes later, they came back. Apparently, Lumba told Roman father that one day they were driving to his hometown. He heard a young man on radio doing this, so they should go to that person. And Roman father, he's the guy I was with. The place he just left. So wow. So they came and he said he did and all that. So I've had an affinity towards him. And
awesome.
We can't do justice this morning because there's not enough time. But like a lot of people have said, you see, Ghana creative arts, right? Daddy Lumba is an embodiment. People with the Michael Jackson thing, people talk about, no, it flies, and I would not even equate him to that. I would equate him to Shakespeare. And
wow.
Yes. If you see, there is a difference between what people do with Daddy Lumba songs on TikTok. You know, they let you know the words.
Yes.
I don't do that. I tell you what is behind the word.
Okay.
So when he says, in Ankwanoma, so Bibini Abubunia, Kaubeto Kumadi Amano, you know the woodpecker, it uses its mouth to pick into the wood.
Abubunia,
yes. So Bibinoa. Say Jumading is a difficult thing to use your beat to do. True. So you're saying that you would help the person. So the what behind it is telling you, if somebody is close to you and is doing something difficult, Kwame Daddy is now stepping into the big shoes of Andy Dosty, and you are Hagla, the producer. You get that?
I get that.
That is Shakespearean. We would have time.
And this is steeped in oral literature as well. Exactly so.
He goes beyond the Michael Jackson comparison. I think he should be compared to Shakespeare.
I get you.
Lot. So there's a lot. We will talk about it because there's not enough time. There are other guests in the studio. But for me,
yes,
it is a celebration of life. You know, and I'm happy, Kwame. On Saturday, I would have put it out, and you know why, like the Ebony one. I kept. But for me, I'm not crying. I'm not sad. Even if you check how I am with him, I think for me, it's a celebration of life. I know this day will come. So it should be a celebration of life and a great fan of the soil.
And we are not doing this just today. This will continue, from tomorrow. So please stay tuned. And Austin, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully we'll call you again for more conversations on this particular one. Thank you. This is Austin Woode. He's a broadcaster. Now let's come in here and talk. Ashes, let me give you 1 minute. Were you done with your submission? Yes. Can't be done. That can't be done. We will be back tomorrow.
But I just say one thing he said to Kwabena. During those times. Then Kwabena, I think, was granting a lot of interviews. And we were in the car, and then a radio station called that they wanted to speak to him. So Kwabena was talking, Lumba was behind him, and then he just took the phone off his ear. I said, I don't know, Kasasa. Bibi, I'll wait you.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I don't know, Kasasa. Bibi, I'll wait you. I said, when you need to amend your mono, Betua, Meshada Mamudine Hono, Menusagana for Mopeko Consa. Mo pass
on me trim
Debbie intimate na machiano na mo wadwene ho
homework.
Yes, so most of Lumba's song somebody has to interpret for you. You have to find what he was. Even this morning, there's something I was listening to. I didn't know that that was what the guy actually meant.
But you know, say and you ma almost say German. My 2 English version don't seem.
Then I was okay.
Oh, he had a song.
You wait, please finish.
So I mean, we've lost a gem. We've lost a huge figure we've lost tourism.
Yeah.
Lumba is actually one of the hubs of tourism. We've lost it. And just like President Mahama has initiated to give him a state burial.
State-assisted burial.
State-assisted
burial. That's what I heard,
okay, cool. Yeah, fine. It's fair. Because it's somebody's family person. So you can't say you're giving him full rights of that. We, the musicians, Musica, Kosga, Gamru, whatever it is, whatever association that we have a body, should all come together, find a proper celebration, find a way of making this guy a statue, a monument somewhere. Somewhere, because you see, Ghana music would not be where it is if this man didn't step in.
Good.
Truth.
Martinez, how well should we celebrate Daddy Lumba? I've heard some people like Kojo Akotobuatin say that we should open a museum in his hometown for him, and even the funeral should be taken to his hometown. How well should he be celebrated?
Yeah, Kwame, the museum is very, very important. Every time we talk about that, but if we are not starting at all, at least we should start with Daddy Lumba. Very, very important. Very important. Because when you listen to...
When you say we, who are the we today? Is it government? Is it the industry? Is it music?
As an industry, Ashes Desk mentioned all these associations. They have a role to play in this. Very, very important. Because, look, for me, I think Lumba's contribution to Ghana music, he alone, is like 60%.
He alone?
Yes, he alone. It's like 60%, because from his time, you realize his music cut through from that time through the present and into the future.
Yeah.
Because it's like every generation resonates with what he sings about. And, listening to his music, it's like being in the classroom or being at the lecture hall for lectures. You're actually listening to, in fact, you are being educated. Sometimes I see people listening to his music in their cars, and after listening to it, you realize they are very fulfilled. It tells you his impact. And for me, one thing I admire about him is the fact that he empowered women. Women empowerment. He actually gave women space in his music career. You understand? He balanced it. At a point, he brought the women in to also share the glory with him. And that alone, and even sings about, women in particular, how we should empower them, celebrating women. We talk about kids. That is why people are saying his music actually addresses all facets of life, which is well understood. My little play is that those at the other side.
Which side?
They shouldn't speak foul.
Which side?
Those at the other side. When things like this happen, when you see some sitting at the other side, speaking foul, raising all manner of, issues that are not necessary. We need to celebrate this legend. In fact, we have lost. For me, I'm still in shock. As I still don't believe he's gone. Even growing up, some people even thought Lumba wouldn't die. And so when the news came in on Saturday, it's like people are still shocked. And Kwame.
Yeah.
Last year, 31st December, I was at Prophet Joseph Atare's church, and he gave a prophecy that two giants from the music industry will fall this year. He didn't mention names. In fact, I pushed him, but he still didn't mention. And so, it's sad, but
yeah. Thank you, Martinez. Portfolio. Let's settle on how to celebrate him. I know, time is fast spent and we can't go back to when we hear the news and all that. Celebrating Daddy Lumba.
Well, as a millennial and still connected to his catalog, all I can say is the man redefined fan base from just a movement, a nation, how did they call it? Movement, nation, and whatever, to become a religion. For him, it was a cult. His following could be described as a cult. Right. That surpasses movements, nations, whatever. That is a cult. And if I won't sound blasphemous, he became a deity.
Some people say he was a god.
Right. He became a god. He became a deity.
Lumba is a demigod.
Yes, and someone who broke the rules of music algorithm.
Yeah.
If you see how artists who didn't live through the Gen Z era want to reinvent themselves, but tactically and strategically reposition themselves to invite the Gen Zs into their world. The Gen Zs rather, you see the irony, wanted to invite him into their world.
Yeah.
And that breaks the rules of music algorithm and inventing yourself to be futuristic. And he did that. He broke all the rules and all that. And though, for me, with the celebration, I buy into those who say, I don't think state-assisted barrier compulsorily should be the fact that we have to host him at a state, as a state venue.
All right.
If it will take Daddy Lumba, because if you two things that are very ideal and special to Daddy Lumba is his mom, was his mom, and where he hails from. That's why he was intentional about planting in Suta Mama this year. So if you to take Daddy Lumba's funeral for Insuta to experience a facelift,
there will be funeral tourism
at that place, because there's no way Insuta is going to come into the conversation again if you don't capitalize on this Daddy Lumba's funeral to break a spot. No, I'm just saying, no. The people also should. No, I am not. See, Daddy Lumba's funeral cry. It should be a talk. I feel you should have pockets of funerals.
That's one area, bro.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I know if this we don't capitalize on this for the people of Insuta mind. No, but me and Ashanti by us.
No, tomorrow we are coming back to continue.
Right. So
with
yes, if you take, this posthumous to bring Insuta something, let's celebrate. Let's
come back tomorrow. There are various aspects we need to tease tomorrow on the show. The people he impacted, those who are copying his style and all that. Tomorrow, please be here so we have a very extensive conversation. Please come early tomorrow. Eden Mensah,
I should.
I think as a matter of urgency, like we do for all huge figures who die, there should be a funeral committee set up, and this shouldn't be because his strength cut across the family. It shouldn't be left with to the family alone. I mean, there should be a committee which involves, people from government, the family management, among other industry players, to sit and plan what to do regards his funeral, so that can be. Such people can receive suggestions among others, and ensure that the befitting one is given to the legend. I think let me start something.
And then let's come back tomorrow. Yes,
we're talking about Daddy Lumba's impact because one of the timeless classics that he impacted the nation's music with. And look at the influence on Ghana music, and we are talking about the musicians he influenced, who now started singing like him, started developing some love for highlife.
All right.
And it is something which kept that aspect of music alive till today. And I think that there are a lot to learn from him.
Okay.
And tomorrow I'm going to
come early and let's
I'm going to lay down
a very extensive conversation.
I'll do analysis of the brand Daddy Lumba tomorrow.
We're waiting tomorrow. And it's going to be God willing. So please come early tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to Daybreak Hits on Hits 103.9 FM. Thank you, Eden Mensah Chotome, to you, Portfolio, Nana Poku Ashes, Martinez, Austin, Woode Kofinti, Ofori Amponsah. Betway Scratch and Win is back with a bang. A whopping 9 million Ghana cedis prizes ranging from cash, free spins, free flights, and more are up for grabs from 1st to 31st July 2025. But how do you take part? Simply log into Betway, bet on sports casino, and you will get your daily scratch card. From there, it's just scratch, match, and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Only at betway.com.gh today. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betway. Get way more. Joy Sports Invitational Tournament is happening on 9th August at the University of Ghana Stadium. Please be there. Okay. And when you come to the University of Ghana Stadium, you see the various activities: swimming, table tennis, and a lot more. So please be there on 9th August. Yeah, that is what's happening. Now, before we go, let me tell you about Big Chef Junior. The heat is officially on. Big Chef Junior Season 4 is here, and the competition just got tastier. This season, our young culinary stars are stepping into the spotlight, turning up the flames, bringing their A-game, creativity, and passion as they battle it out in Ghana's most exciting junior cooking competition. And it's happening on Joy Prime every Sunday at 4 p.m. So do tune in to Joy Prime and enjoy the Big Chef Junior Season 4. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to Daybreak Hits on Hits 103.9 FM. My name is Kwame Dazi. On behalf of the team,
This is Hits.